For our final story today, a photographer's lens can capture some of the rawest of human emotions: surprise, joy, sadness, even defeat. When you're a farmer, you can get those feelings and more in just a single growing season. A new photo exhibit at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's Great Plains Art Museum aims to show a collection of farmers in a new light. Here's what happens when art and agriculture come together.
My practice as an artist is really less about communicating or provoking. It's much more about asking questions and exploring. And so for me, the photography, the pictures, the camera, it's a way to interact. It's an excuse to talk to people.
Each wall tells a story. Each image evokes an emotion. The subjects are familiar, serving as representations of members of your own family, a friend, or even yourself. The New Farmers exhibition is the brainchild of photographer Brian Darby, designer Tim Hostler, and sociologist Dr. Paul Stock. While teaching in Kansas, Brian and Paul met at a faculty workshop and quickly discovered a shared interest in food and farming. What began as an idea to snap a few photos and learn about the area has now morphed into a collaborative research project, touted as an observation of today's independent farmer.
It started with Brian making friends at our local farmers market. But then once you get into this world, you gain trust, you earn friendship, and you start to meet other people. So in sociology, we would call it snowball sampling, where you start with the metaphor being you start at the top and it builds from there.
Tim, a designer with a fondness for experimental narratives, rounded out the team. As the trio's reputation grew across the Kansas farming community, so did the families who wanted to be involved. Since beginning the project in 2014, 15 farms have been showcased and countless more photos have been taken. To keep with the New Farmers theme, everyone involved agreed the subjects would be new to farming or experienced producers trying something different. The finished project would serve as an outlet for farmers to tell their stories and a visual reminder of what American agriculture can achieve.
There was something about the life, about the ability to grow food, to be a part of the community differently. So there's that newness we focused on, but always about trying to innovate and be entrepreneurial.
What are the conventions? Are there other ways of doing things? Are there ways that are being overlooked? Or what are the new experimental things? So that was the kind of envelope that wrapped around the pictures.
Brian chose to take the photos with a large view camera. The complicated equipment extended the length of the shoots and encouraged more trust and interaction with the participants. But what about the black and white?
Black and white is inexpensive. It's still expensive. Each one of these has a dollar price attached to it just in the processing of making it. But it was the most inexpensive route. So that's one way I like, one reason for using black and white. I like black and white also because it is less literal, right? Color photographs are quite literal. Black and white removes us one step from that. So right away it kind of allows us to more easily talk about, mythology or metaphor, and to kind of dig in a little bit deeper level.
About 50 photos made it into the final exhibit. Farmers in the field, farmers at home, families united in their love for the land and one another. Each photo speaking to the viewer in a different way.
There are these unexpected stories sitting out there that aren't being told.
The New Farmers exhibit has been shown across the plains, at Harvard, Yale, and even a university in Switzerland. And as those stories are told and more people are reached, farming becomes more than corn, beans, or cattle. It becomes a journey of self-discovery and understanding one's place in contemporary agriculture.
This whole experience was really great, just getting to know the people and getting to get to know them, getting to know their families, getting to know their farms. And then just kind of this work is sort of like in some ways it's a gift to them, I guess. Like it's something that we wanted to do for them, but then to also get this research out.
it's really transcended anything that any one of us could have ever really imagined. And that speaks to both their talent, but also the teamwork and collaboration that we've put into this. And it really did evolve. I think what I'm most proud of is this kind of doesn't fit into our normal research categories of how you set up a team. And it was just something that we wanted to do and see where it went. And so to now see it up in 2 museums and a couple publications come out of it and some small research money that's come with it, it really goes to show what can happen if you follow kind of your passion rather than some of the grant dollars.